Now, how do you rightfully colonize? You taking shit from somebody else. That's what it means, taking something from someone else. Well, anyway, yeah. So, this guy Cooper is strange. He got some strange stuff in here. Mentions that when he was a youth, he was in the demole. Said that helped him. He said if I hadn't belonged, he said when I was getting a job with Navy intelligence, they asked him if he had ever belonged to any fraternal organization. He says, I looked down the list and circled the Demole Society and answered in the affirmative. He says, I was assigned to Operations Status Report Office under Lieutenant Colonel Mercado while I awaited the results of my FBI background check for upgraded clearance. Then they gave him another security clearance, and he went to Sin Sea Pest Fleet. Looked like a Central Pacific Fleet in acronym, and he was on the briefing team there. And he knew about, he says one day on June, he says that one day, it says on that day, on the day I learned that the Office of Navy Intelligence had participated in the assassination of President John Kennedy, and that was the Secret Service agent driving the limo that shot Kennedy in the head, I went AWOL with no intention of ever returning. My good friend Bob Swain was the one who talked me into going back. Later on June 1st, 1972, the eve of my wedding, I told Bob everything I knew about the UFOs, Kennedy's assassination, the Navy, the secret government, the coming ice age. Little cave language. Alternatives 1, 2, and 3, Project Galileo, and the plan for New World Order. I believe that it was all true then, and I believe it's all true now. He says, I must warn you, however, that I have found evidence that the secret societies were planning as far back as 1917 to invent an artificial threat from outer space in order to bring humanity together into a one-world government. And like I said, it does not have to be that they're not extraterrestrials, but in the dialogue that he serves it up as. Just like I find again in his book, like I find in others, this overuse of the word Illuminati. I ask anyone to go out and bring me anything from an Illuminati, with an Illuminati thing on it. Because in formula, the Illuminati is at its best a concept of a group of people. But if you were chasing it, you will never find it. You must put something more specific on the name to catch the people. And that's why we use Rhodes Rothschild and the Masons, the Skull and Bone. Be more specific about those groups and who they are.
That's right.
That's right, that's right. He says, I believe first in God, the same God in which my ancestors believed. I believe in Jesus Christ as he is my Savior. Second, I believe in the Constitution of the Republic of the United States of America. Now, that's some deep shit. Now, that put me in disagreement. It says, this is my creed. In formula, I disagree with creed number 1 and with creed number 2. Now, I still have to be mature enough to go through his information and extract what is good of it, and in consideration of my disagreement with his values, put in place those things I disagree with, but extract those of some value. He says, without the Constitution, without interpretation, as it was written and meant to work. I have given my sacred oath, quote, to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's in quotation marks. So he is, to the death, a defender of the Constitution. And again, goals. Coakley's goal is a righteous revolution. The unifying document of the white race in America is the Constitution. For my righteous revolution to succeed, it must destroy the cornerstone of unity of the white race in America, the Constitution. He is a defender of the Constitution. At one point, under certain circumstances, we may stand in a roadblock with swords, knowing that we will have to kill him to get past. If you see it the way I see it. You may see it the way he see it. That'd be your business. You could be there with him. Anyway, third, he believes in the family unit. And he's sworn to give his life, if required, in defense of God, the Constitution, and his family. And fourth, he believes that any man without principle, that he is really ready and willing to die die for at a given moment is already dead and is of no use or consequence whatsoever. If any man without principle, that he is ready, I believe that any man without principle, that he is ready and willing to die for at any given moment is already dead. Meaning that he believes in his God, his white constitution, and his family. His wife is Chinese, so I can't say white. But that's him and his baby there. We put a little personal touch in there. That's him and his baby. It says, my goal is to translate, analyze with a critical, African-centric eye his information. I do not seek to discredit him personally. I can see he has enough problems with other whites, especially over the Kennedy thing. But this tape will help our people give accurate weight to his research, his real values and goals, to declare the real white boy hidden deep in his soul, to get a better grasp on possible real intentions based on looking under the sheets. So now, in his first chapter, he talks about himself. I'm going to go past himself because he one guy, he went in the army, got out, he got in the other service. He just went out of one, got in the other. There ain't many people that stupid. So he said that was before he got conscious, so I won't hold it too much against him. He has this early section of the book, chapter 1, excerpts from Silent Wars for Quiet Wars, Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. A copy furnished from Mr. Tom Young, a fellow warrior in the cause of freedom. You ever see where that white guy went, Marcus? Hey, Janie, what did he ask you? I know something because I seen the look on your eye.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what did he ask you?
Certainly it's not Queen of Sheba, is he?
Speaking of him or me?
No. That's what he asked, or that's what he said about you.
And I'm not the Queen of Sheba. I don't get it. He really was saying, I guess I'm not wanted here, am I? Was that what he really was saying? Because I didn't get that far. Huh?
That's basically
But
what
this was not a mild-mannered discussion.
Not for his kind.
All right.
Check.
Check. People are smoking. All right. He says that this copy is something from Tom Young. I will just tell you this about the first chapter. It's a hodgepodge of a lot of dialogue. Things he used from another guy, different parts he interjects his own feelings in. He says when a silent weapon is applied gradually, the public adjusts, adapts to its presence, and learns to tolerate its encroachment on their lives until the pressure, psychological via economic, becomes too great and they crack up. Therefore, the silent weapon is a type of biological warfare. It attacks the vitality, the options, the mobility of individuals of a society by knowing, understanding, manipulating, and attacking their sources of natural and social energy and their physical, mental, and emotional strengths and weaknesses. He gives a dialogue that I think has some value, especially later on in this particular chapter, of different things that could go into a model that would analyze what you do. He's still out there?
law, man.
Huh?
Law.
He the police? What?
Damn.
We must be doing something.
Revolution is on.
What did you get in the police car? What did he get in?
You got five cars down on Jefferson, right over here by Union Bank.
You're doing something
He
right.
got out.
Keep
I
on
followed
working.
him down the street. Talked to his sister, his informant, slipped in something, and hopped in the car.
That's when he disappeared right by the bus, by the bus stop. He
We're
disappeared
doing
into a
something right.
corner.
Let's carry on with the
And then
work.
came
Don't
right
worry
across.
about
Hold on, now let me hear from the soldiers because we better follow him out. So everybody did what they're supposed to do, Jack.
Check.
Right? All right. All happened very quietly. So what happened now? What happened now? It went on where?
Okay, he disappeared right before we get to the bus stop at Jefferson. He walked into a little doorway, and I saw two people walk out, and I wasn't sure if it was him. And he disappeared. It looked like going to the bus stop, and I saw him walking across the street, across Jefferson.
Okay. All right. Give a call at the home base. Make sure everything all right. Would you do that for me? Jenny, would you let him use the phone? All right. Okay. Now, so we be conscious of them. Jack.
Check.
All right. Who anybody got a camera here?
Yeah.
Did you get him on the camera?
No, it didn't.
I got
Now,
two.
come on now. Anytime they come in, I should have said, just give him a twist. Ain't ready? Give him a twist, right? Give him a twist. All right. You can keep on with me. But we just be up on them, right? Anybody by the door, watch the window. I know brother there, he's your brother. You take care of him. Okay. All right.